We're here to review the systems of equations. The methods that we're going to go over today are the substitution and elimination method. So we'll start by substitution method. A system happens when you have two equations with two variables. In this one, it's an x and a y. The process of substitution is to choose a variable and isolate it. For example, I'm going to choose this y right here. I'm going to solve for that y, and then I'll take whatever value I have and substitute it into the opposite equation. So I'm going to solve for this y. Add 4x to both sides. I get y equals 4x minus 31. This is beautiful. This binomial, now that the y is all by itself, that binomial can be substituted into this equation right here. When I do that, I get 6x minus 6. I'm replacing this y with this binomial. And then we'll solve for the x. Distribute the 6 here, and I get negative 24x. When you multiply here, you get a positive 186. Put your like terms together. 6 minus 24 is negative 18. We're just using our algebra skills to solve for x. And this gets me, that cancels. So it's negative 18x equals negative 162. Let's divide by negative 18 on both sides, and you get 9. So for this system of equations, x is going to be 9 in each one. Now we need to solve for the y. Here's the easy part. You choose one of the equations above. I'll choose the second one. It just looks a little easier. And I'm going to replace my x right here into the equation. So it's negative 4 times 9 plus y equals negative 31. Add 36 to both sides, and I get 5. The solution is written like a 0.95. What this means is I can take this x and y value and substitute it into the first equation, and it will make the equation true. I can take this x and y value, substitute it into the second equation. It will make this equation true. Okay, I'm going to skip over here to number 4 because it looks like fun. Let's do this one. If at any time you need to pause or rewind the video, please do so. Substitution says that you solve for one of the variables. I like to go the easy route, so I choose the variable that has a leading coefficient of 1, or that has a coefficient of 1. So I'll solve for that y right there. Let's just talk about that. In number 2, I will solve for this y, and for number 3, I will solve for this x. It doesn't always have to be y. You solve for whatever variable is kind of sitting there by itself with no number in front. Okay, so I will solve for this y. I'm going to add 3x to both sides. Take this binomial, substitute it into the other equation. When you do that, you get 9x minus 3. Here's where the replacement happens. You're replacing it with 3x plus 3. Distribute. Uh-oh. Put your like terms together. Oh no, they cancel. I get negative 9 equals 8. Okay, this is a special case. When you have, when you lose the variable and you get a number equals a number, if it's not true, it's a no solution. This is a special case. It is possible that you're going to get something like 5 equals 5. If you get something like this, you lose the variable and you get a number equals a number. This is another type of special case, and this is an infinite number of solutions. Infinite number of solutions. Okay, you're going to go back and try numbers 2 and 3 right now. And when you're finished, come on back and check your answers. The answer for 2 is 3, -3, and the answer for 3 is 3, 5. Okay, let's go down to the elimination method. So for elimination, instead of taking a variable and solving for it, the goal is, here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get something like -2x and +2x underneath each other, so when you add down or when you combine parts of the equation, they cancel. Here's the goal. Same number with the same variable but different signs. For example, for number 5, where it says x and 2x, if this variable up here had a coefficient of -2, -2 plus 2 would eliminate the x's. So I can do that. I can multiply the whole equation all the way through by -2. Let's do that. This gets me -2x minus 16y equals, I'm afraid I'm going to mess up my math here. Hold on, you guys. -38. Okay, I'm going to bring this other equation underneath. We like things to look pretty, so we're going to line up this second equation. I'm just going to write it right underneath. And we can add down. When I add down here, the -2x and the +2x cancel. This gets me -12y equals -36. So y is 3. I'm halfway there. Take your 3 and substitute it into either equation. I'll choose the first equation. Take this y and substitute it in here, and that will allow me to solve for x. Subtract 24 from both sides, and I get -5. Final answer, -5, 3. So this means that I can take my -5 and 3, substitute it into the x and y values here. The first equation will be true. Do the same thing for the second, and the second equation will be true. This is the elimination method. Let's look at number 6. Okay, you can eliminate either the x or the y. If I add down, nothing really cancels here, so we're going to have to multiply all the way through by some number so that we can cancel the variable. Okay, so I'm going to choose the y. I want to cancel the y. So 5 times what gets me 10, and it needs to be the opposite sign. So I actually need a -10. So I'm going to multiply by -2. That will force this to be -10. And when you add down, they'll cancel. So I'll distribute this -2 to all 3 terms on the inside. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh my gracious. That cancels, that cancels, that cancels. 0 equals 0. You guys, this is one of those special cases we said when you get a number equals a number. It's an infinite number of solutions. Here it is. I kind of want to start number 8, and then I'll have you go back and do 7. Okay, if you feel good, you just do number 8 and come back and check it. I'm going to go through my steps here. So sometimes when you're doing elimination, I'm going to choose my y's. I want to cancel my y's, but I can't take -2 and multiply it by some number to get 3, nor can I take 3, multiply it some number to get -2. So sometimes you have to multiply both equations. I would like both of these numbers to be 6. And that will happen if I multiply the top equation by 2 and the bottom by 3. That will make this +6 and -6. And we've accomplished what we needed to. Distribute your 2. Distribute your 3. Oh, there it is. Look how pretty that is. When you add down, my y's are eliminated. This gets me 3x. This gets me 3x equals, oh, you guys look, this was a -18. I almost missed that negative. Oh, good catch. There it is. 3x equals -9. That means that x equals -3. Okay, halfway there. I can take the -3 and either substitute it into the first or the second equation. Doesn't matter which one. The first one looks, let's do the second. The numbers look a little smaller. Take your -3 and substitute it into that x value, and then solve for y. When you multiply, you get 15. Subtract 15 from both sides. And you get y equals 6. Write your answer like a point. Very good, very good. Okay, here's one just for you. I think you're going to have to multiply both the bottom and the top by some number. Doesn't have to be the same. You're going to have to multiply the top equation and the bottom equation by some number. Come on back when you finish. Congratulations. Okay, let's do some practice in class.